What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's action figure talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today, we've got a one singular piece of news for you.
But it's big.
But it is a big announcement. We've got new Black Series news to discuss. Of course, most of you guys already know what it is because in typical Figure It Out fashion, as soon as we dropped our episode, more Black Series news came out. So this week, we're picking it right back up. And of course, if you're enjoying Figure It Out at any point, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. So we're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. So Justin, let's go through the roller coaster of emotions that was Friday.
Yes.
We wake up. We see someone somewhere has uncovered a new Black Series SKU in the GameStop system.
Mm-hmm.
It's Cal Kestis, and the price, which I think they originally found this in Canada, was $44.99.
Yeah, so it would have been EB Games.
Right, EB Games. So instantly in the morning, I feel like everyone was kind of in a frenzy in the Black Series community trying to figure out what exactly this could be.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few hours later, we got pictures. And it's Cal Kestis, Deluxe, it is a repaint of Cal, but he also has the poncho now. So he comes with a boatload of accessories. You get, of course, the hard plastic poncho, a double-bladed green lightsaber. You, of course, get Cal's single-bladed blue lightsaber, a boggling BD-1, of course, with a new paint app on him. You also get a hood for the poncho and a Jedi holocron.
Don't you mean a Jedi Wayfinder?
Yes, I do, Justin. Yes, I do.
This figure looks absolutely awesome because, of course, Jedi Fallen Order, you and I, we both love it.
Great game.
Honestly, one of my favorite Star Wars games, period. And there are so many customizable skins with BD-1 and Cal, so it's nice to get more of a selection.
True. I want to go on record. From the get-go, since we played Jedi Fallen Order, we always have said Cal would make a great deluxe figure because of the customizable options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and to get the double-bladed lightsaber, and I'm pretty sure it's the...
Yes.
Like how it is in the game, where half the hilt is Jaro Tapal.
Mm-hmm.
Tarpal? Roose Tarpals.
Right.
And the other half being Seer's piece that she gives to him, so it's going to be nice and accurate. It's green because they just know a lot of people switched the Kyber Crystal to green. I
was a green player.
Or I shouldn't say you switched the Kyber Crystal, because you go and get your new one in Ilum.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that it's green. I like that it's not just blue. It's they're kind of just knowing, like, we know that players get to pick their own lightsaber color in this game. So now I'm just like, I need an additional purple lightsaber, one from Mace, but I need another one so I could stick it on the other half, because that's what I personally played with when I did my playthrough, was purple.
Yeah, and that's kind of instantly what I thought of was this opens up the gate of switching out, because obviously if you already have a Cal or you have any number of Luke Skywalker action figures, you could easily switch it to a blue double-bladed lightsaber. You could do red if you wanted to have something
Inquisitor
different.
Cal.
Yeah, exactly. You've got tons of options, and it's really great because also Cal Kestis has become an expensive figure, so this gives people another chance to get it.
And it's nice just to have one unponchoed and one with the poncho.
True. I'm assuming at this point, there's obviously no confirmation, I'm assuming the poncho is removable. Mm-hmm. It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be.
Maybe, hopefully.
Probably, maybe, hopefully.
Every accessory in here is good. I mean, even the Boglo. I feel like that's going to be the underrated accessory. But if you're really into the game, that is one of your companions that you befriend. And then it goes into the ship. And you can actually see it at times, like, hiding or running away, like in the vents of the ship. So that's going to be an underrated accessory. And it's a creature.
Yep.
We're always in need of more Star Wars creatures, and of course, the holocron. it's just great to get a holocron in the Black Series.
There's so many uses for just having a holocron. One thing I will say,
Okay.
I do kind of wish the poncho was soft goods. They've done similar ponchos in 6-inch scale that have turned out pretty decently. Now, of course, I think the hood might cause some issues, but the poncho itself, I don't know. I'm fine with it being plastic.
Yeah.
I was expecting plastic at this point, even though, back in the day, we did get deluxe figures that had cloth goods. But that was then, and this is now.
I think in a way I almost prefer plastic. It almost kind of reminds me of something like the NECA 8-inch scale. To me, those look like dolls rather than action figures. I think the more and more soft goods, I mean, when it's done well, love it. But for something as big and bulky as like the almost oversized ponchos that he wears in the game.
Fair point.
I feel like for something that's that large of a cover, it's just a little too bulky to be soft goods and kind of not look like a doll. So, but because I look at this and it looks exactly like how he does in the game. Especially you get the shine. Because in some parts of the game, you get all wet, muddy, whatever, so you get that nice shine with the plastic version of the poncho.
And I do like that it's the X-Wing color scheme costume.
Yeah.
That is the costume that I've worn ever since you can, switch your costumes and you get like the other ones. I would also love to see the all-black costume for Cal, like where it's obviously his costume, it's just all black.
That's what I did. It was like the super, super dark navy blue for the under, and then it was the black poncho over. So in a way, I really hope this is removable.
Right.
So I can put it on the other one, kind of see how that looks.
Yeah, because, we got to think it is. You got to imagine. Hasbro would be absolutely insane if they made the poncho not removable, which, I at the same time wouldn't be surprised.
Right. The hood looks a little weird.
Yeah, the hood's janky.
The hood is a little weird.
Plastic hood or cloth hood, I feel like kind of either of them.
I feel like the hood is always down in the game anyway.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes where he has it flipped up.
Okay.
At the beginning of the game, I believe he has his hood flipped up.
Okay.
But plastic or soft good, I feel like hoods are always just kind of difficult to nail.
Right.
At this scale. So, not the biggest deal in the world, because I'm not going to display him with the hood on at all. I'll put it on once to look at it, and then I'll take it right off, put it right in the back in the package, and move on.
Yep. At this time of recording, which again we record on Tuesdays, it's still available on GameStop's website. So if it is still available in 3 days, which is today, go ahead and slap a pre-order on it. Of course, $29.99. It's a regular deluxe price, which this leads me into my idea for kind of the second part of this video. A couple years ago, Nate, we were talking about this earlier about that survey. It was like a Black Series survey, and one of the questions was, would you pay more for more accessories or something along that line?
Right.
We all went, yes.
I think there wasn't a collector in sight that didn't press yes, because at that time it was like...
And I feel like now, like specifically right now, because I'm really only considering Jar Jar and Cal. I know Zeb was in the new packaging as well, but he didn't come with much. I mean, if the Mando build-up pack, Jar Jar, Cal. These are like these new packaging deluxe releases that are coming with tons of accessories. Granted, the Mando build-up pack was a Target exclusive, so it was more than 30. But that's why I'm pretty much saying Jar Jar and Cal. Are you okay? And do you think this is the future for Black Series? Because these are characters, especially Cal, where he's not a figure where it's like, oh, he's big, so we gotta charge deluxe prices. He's a regular looking character. They just thought of some really clever stuff to include. Is this the future of Black Series, and would you be down for that?
I mean, I think Short answer is yes, of course. It's kind of been a roller coaster ride of figures and what they include, especially from like the red and black box onward.
Yeah, because like classic Black Series comes with tons of accessories.
Loaded.
Like binoculars,
alternate heads,
3 blasters,
alternate hands,
backpacks, yeah, alternate hands, customizable elements.
Han also comes with the Stormtrooper belt if you want to give him that super movie specific look. But ever since the red and black box, I feel like figures have been pretty hit or miss when it comes to who gets what. And a lot
usually it's just like a blaster.
Right, 1 blaster, maybe 2 blasters if they're feeling generous. But, you know, it'll be like Mace Windu. Okay, he gets a robe and a lightsaber. Okay, move on.
But that makes sense.
Right, but I mean, like, then you go back to Qui-Gon. He only gets a lightsaber, no robe. So it's been like this where the accessories have been like a mystery. Why do only certain Jedi get robes? Why do only certain characters get 1 blaster when originally when they came out they came with 2? Stormtrooper. I mean, we know because a lot of times, you know, the cost of creating a new action figure, yada, yada, yada. Ultimately, though, we know Star Wars is an expensive action figure property. So that's most likely why they don't come with much.
And it's like Hasbro's like a mega corporation.
Right.
If they can skimp out on like 1 milliliter of paint times 50 billion figures, it's going to save them like a quarter of a penny for every, like, we know, like...
Right. Well,
that is the answer.
And they don't have to compete, especially when it comes to Star Wars, because people that collect Star Wars figures only go 3 3/4 inch or they go 6 inch. Hasbro has the lock on both of those scales. So they get to do pretty much whatever they want.
Right.
Which is a good and a bad thing, because sometimes that means, you know, they'll throw us a bone and give us Darth Revan or Jaina Solo, and other times that means, you know, we'll get a new Stormtrooper and it only comes with 1 accessory.
Very true. There are characters out there that just make sense as standard releases. Bo-Katan. She comes with probably, you know, both of her blasters, and that's probably it. That makes sense to me. Mace Windu. Robe, lightsaber, that's it. Makes perfect sense. But when there are characters that they can think of certain accessories, certain extras to come with them, I think they should just absolutely go for it.
Yeah.
And considering it's only $29.99 and there is a heavily rumored Black Series price hike anyway this year, that a lot of companies and retailers have started to do $22.99. So this isn't even $10 above retail. It is now only around $7 above retail. And to get all the extra goodies, A, I support it. I think it's worth it. And B, I'm hoping they do a lot more of these styles of releases. Again, it wouldn't be every single character because some character they don't use or are seen with other clever things. But a character like Cal, perfect example of things that they can just include. Because me personally, when it comes to my collection, when it comes to my display, I love articulation. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Love my butterfly joints, and I love all that. But I think accessories, I just ever so slightly think accessories are more important to me because from a display aspect, I feel like people who come and see your display, they're more likely to go, oh, that's cool. He comes with, or he or she comes with that and that and that. Versus like, oh, that's like a cool pose you have that one in. It's probably more gravitated towards like, oh, that's cool because this character comes with like all this stuff. And I'm just a sucker for all these little tiny little clever things.
And I think when it comes to displaying, you and I are both similar in that we like recreating scenes. So when we get accessories, especially like the Mando build-up pack, where there's several accessories that you can give to certain characters, and then in your head you know, oh, I'm recreating this scene. You know, give classic Mando armor the tracking device. So he's episode, 1 Mando or whatever, stuff like that. I think I would generally like the line to move in this direction. I want more accessories. I'm willing to pay for more accessories. I mean, at this point, we don't really have a choice when it comes to Star Wars The Black Series.
Well, you could say as a collector, oh, I'm fine with the Cal I already have. It's the character, it comes with his lightsaber, even comes with BD1. Like, you could go that route, and that's perfectly fine as well. But I sort of hope, like, for characters like this going forward, this might be the only option.
Right.
Because then I'd feel obligated to, like, buy the two of the same figure, like I sort of do with Cal, but this is, like, the reverse, where all the badass stuff is coming later after the standard. So if there was a character similar to Cal, like, I don't know a good example off the top of my head, down the road, they should just do the release of the $29.99 Deluxe instead of doing a single release, and then you get the really cool one later on. Kind of like Beskar Mando.
Right. Give us the cool one first, and then give us the less cool one second.
Because I feel like, if anything, that would also... I mean, it would... might boost sales because of the people who go, oh, I already have the regular one, I don't need a double dip. But at the same time, there's still that demographic of people who will buy both anyway.
True.
So I don't know, but I do hope we just get more stuff like this.
Yeah, and think about even if they did something where it was like a Stormtrooper, and it was like that First Order Stormtrooper pack, where you buy the one trooper, and then they come loaded with an arsenal. And, you know, it's the deluxe price. Like, why did they only do that for the First Order Stormtrooper? They could have done it across all eras.
Well, it was Disney, and at the time, the sequel trilogy was out, so they're like, do this cool thing for us.
But Hasbro, you need to revisit that idea. Give us an arsenal.
Like an e-web and stuff like that.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly. That's what... Like, if we have to pay a little bit more, but we get more accessories or more big things like an e-web, absolutely, I'm 100% down. Because I do also get annoyed when I buy a single release of a figure, and then a couple months down the road, oh, here's this one that comes with all the accessories you originally wanted. So now,
see, that's unethical, I would call that. but at the same time, if they would just do stuff like this right off the bat, I mean, it's more money. It costs more money, and I mean, why not? If it's more expensive, people are still gonna buy it.
True.
So, like, if they did the Walmart Clone Wars Ahsoka. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if later down the line we get an Ahsoka with the owl, or like something like that. You know, the Morai owl. I know they're going to do something stupid like that, and I'm going to buy it. But come on, Hasbro, just do all the cool stuff right out of the gate. Charge it as a deluxe price, and we will gladly purchase.
Absolutely.
So yes, I absolutely want more of this, and I am willing to pay more for the accessories. Because at the same time, I feel like these would be few and far between, because not every character would be appropriate to come with like random accessories.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah.
And then, Justin, on Cal's box art, you can see a little tube and a little bit of a certain familiar jetpack.
True.
So, on Cal's artwork, this is, of course, from Yak Face, you can see a tube, and it looks like there's going to be a new Gaming Greats version of the Imperial Jump Trooper, which was in
Rebels.
But
they added it as a skin into Battlefront, but that was because it was in Rebels.
Oh, okay. You know what? I was thinking. I was like racking my brain. I was like, I know Jump Troopers are not in Jedi Fallen Order.
Right.
But if the artwork mural is lining up with him, are they going to put it in a Fallen Order box? Or do the gaming...
Because
well, this is going to be the first Gaming Greats in a new package.
True. So it could be, maybe the Gaming Greats is going to be one color from here on out, and then they're going to do a mural that way of just all the different games.
It's got to be. I think you just cracked the code.
But then we'd kind of lose all that nice color variety that we've been getting with the Gaming Greats.
Right.
But if that is a Jump Trooper, I feel like that pretty much has to be it.
Well, still, it'll be nice to get a Jump Trooper re-release Not that it's the most expensive in the world, but it still goes for above retail.
And it looks awesome. It's a great figure.
It is. All right, and so that's really all we had for you there for this episode.
Yeah, nice discussion-based episode. We know you guys like these kinds of episodes.
Had a little discussion, had a little debate, fooled around, you know, typical out of the basement fashion.
Yep.
So, of course, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.
I'm Justin Allen. Welcome back to Basement Improvement. Stop fucking stupid.